Fighting games are AKUMA.
Yes.
They're AKUMA. Like, dude.
Fighting games are, in fact, AKUMA. Well then. Yeah, go ahead.
I figured that was going to be enough, honestly, for this week. But then they also decided to, hey, here's a little preview of Homelander as well. Just to give you something a little bit less exciting to hit on the podcast first, I suppose.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a what's wrong with me? A tease of Homelander, not a tome of Heathlander.
We got a tome of Heathlander. Oh no.
Oh, the prophecy is revealed. No, it's no. We got a tease of Homelander and Farah. We saw. Okay, we did not see gameplay of Homelander. We did not really see gameplay of Farah either, though Ed Boon released a screenshot of her riding on Mortal Kombat, the first Mortal Kombat movie's Scorpion, which is apparently being added as a DLC or MTX or whatever costume for Scorpy. And Lord knows what that means, that Farah's gimmick is she jumps on your fucking back, though honestly that's pretty great. Like, the best, I think that the idea that we had before of it's a giant grown-up Farah and you ride on her back, that'd have been fucking hilarious, but that would have been difficult to code.
Yeah.
So this is understandable, but it raises the question, what the hell does Farah do on your back? I assume she makes you stronger, but does she just straight up give you Farah-tor moves?
Perhaps.
I mean, granted, that'd be in keeping with the other cameos, but still. But more importantly, the milk.
Yes.
So, I think that was like one of the things. I don't care for The Boys. It's not a show that I watch. It just doesn't interest me. There's enough shows out there about evil Superman. I don't care. But I did, when Homelander got announced, look up a little bit about the character. And was that not one of the things I told you about, that he steals fucking breast milk?
Yes.
And they went with that as his win pose.
See, I don't own MK12, and I don't watch enough videos of MK12 to know if that's his win pose, so I thought that it was his round start animation.
That would be even better. My God, every single time. That way you're really ready to kick his ass.
Because with the way that it was cut together, his fatals and that animation, and there was another that I forget what it was, but yeah, the way it was cut together, it seemed like they cut it so it's sort of or you know, like when the characters clash and they get torn apart so they can do their round start animation, and then Fatal 1, Fatal 2, end of round start animation. so it's Homelander drawing a line in the sand, and then drinking stolen breast milk. It's his round start animation.
Establishing his position.
Yeah.
You know, what does occur to me is that your character doesn't do the win pose if you do a fatality. So that is one thing, that as long as you do a fatality or a brutality, you don't see the breast milk animation. But nonetheless, this is going to be one character where people are deliberately choosing not to do a fatal or a brutal.
If you do a brutality, he just goes to the source.
Oh no. Though Shao Kahn may have the pecs for it. He may have the chest for it, rather. In less disturbing news, there was also, hey, you know, it was a good couple weeks for you and me, wasn't it? Because you got AKUMA, but you know who I got?
Who?
But.
Oh yeah.
Kushnud Butt is back! I've been waiting for this, and no one else. But fuck everyone else. I've been waiting for this.
It's all you and Wooly.
Does Wooly? Oh, that's right. Wooly does play Cushioned Butt. That's right. I mean, look, this is one of those things. I forget. Have they already shown Have they already announced B Jeanette?
Is
it not pretty well the entirety of the fucking first Garrow's roster is back? Except for the little shit.
Yeah. More or less, if memory serves.
Well, I guess they haven't shown Kane or Grant. Grant, I would not be surprised if Grant gets skipped over, but I expect Kane's back.
I feel like we've seen Kane.
I mean, Garrow 1's ending very much left Kane and Rock's relationship ambiguous, didn't it?
I think so.
But I mean...
Oh yeah, we also didn't see, whatchamacallit, like Remy, or whatever his name was.
Oh yeah, the serial killer dude! We're not seeing him.
Yeah. He's 290s.
Yeah, he is the very definition of edge. He is not coming back.
What are you talking about? They just put Akira in KOF 16 or whatever.
That's true. That's actually very true. Though I will say, in fairness, he has on top of that, like, K49 or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
He was a solid character, if memory serves. He wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. But if Garrow is SNK's third strike, then it's not Carmine, it's not Remy. God damn it, those three all exist in a fucking trio, except that Carmine's actually...
They're all the same character, except Remy has blue hair. That's the only difference.
And Carmine actually has a fun, unique gameplay design.
Yeah.
But Freeman, it's Freeman. But yeah, Freeman is to Garrow what 12 is to Third Strike.
Yeah.
A classic beloved cast, and then this fucking loser who isn't just... It'd be one thing if just that nobody cared for his character.
I don't know, because there's also the army guy.
Yeah, Kevin Ryan. Kevin Ryan's issue is the complete opposite. Kevin Ryan is stupid good, and I think people hate him because of that.
Kevin Ryan is stupid good and also very, very forgettable.
Yeah. The only thing that I'll ever remember about him is fucking...
Yeah, like they have the opposite problems. Kevin Ryan is good but forgettable. Freeman is a character, the character design that you remember, but he sucks.
Yeah. And those two are probably, plus Grant and the little shit, the ones that aren't going to make it in. Well, even Grant, I wouldn't say.
Speaking of 12, though, I recently saw an image it was an image of 12, and it was captioned like he's called 12 because he doesn't win any.
All right then. Oh boy, but other than that, like, it's one of those things that, like, the more I think about it, the more I realize the Garrow, for a small cast, for a relatively small cast, it's what, a dozen characters?
Yeah, a dozen or so. Wait, we haven't seen two characters yet, I don't think. Dongkwon and Jae-hoon.
Oh, that's right. And I forget, have they shown Hataru? She's so fucking popular, I'd be shocked if she isn't in.
I think they have.
With some people.
I think they have.
And Gato's already in, right?
Gato came back into existence for KOF 15. There is no way he's not in.
That's absolutely right. They can reuse that model in animations. And put it through whatever badass visual filter it is that they put everything else through to make that game actually look good.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, that game actually looks really fucking good. But, like, it never occurred to me until I was looking over it just now. Garrow 1's roster, for as small as it is, like, there's few fighting game rosters where I love so many of the characters. Like, I don't do Gato, I don't do Hataru, I don't do the little shit. And I've never taken a dive into either of the dongs, but I probably should at some point. But I love Terry, love Rock, love T-Zog, love Cushioned Butt. I love B Jeanette. And hey, I quite like Kevin, Ryan, and Freeman, even though they're both losers. That's a good fucking cast.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite pick out of the Garou cast? Well, other than Terry. Terry's the easy answer. I mean, and other than Dong Juan.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I literally mean Dong Juan. What do you mean?
Okay, other than Terry and Dong Juan.
I mean, I could go for the meme answer and say Jae-hoon, but I won't. I mean, probably Rock.
Really? I thought you didn't like Rock.
No, I like Rock. I'm better with him, but I do like him.
Who? I thought I knew somebody that didn't like Rock, but you're the only KOF fan I know, or SNK fan I know.
Probably Mike.
Fuck, Mike does not know who Ash is. I mean, excuse me, if Mike knew Ash, Mike would pop a fucking gasket. He'd pop a fucking blood vein. But Mike doesn't know who Rock is. Huh. Weird. I mean, my brain must just be getting memories mixed up. Nonetheless, I forget, you hate Ash, right?
No. Out of the KOF protagonists, that's the thing. Out of the KOF protagonists, Ash is roughly the same level as Kate Ash for me, which is to say that I'm ambivalent. I don't dislike them, I don't like them, they're just there, you know?
Yeah, Ash doesn't play as weird as Kate Ash does, though. Like, Kate Ash I've always kind of bounced off of, because, like, I see what's good about him, but he's, like, such a very different twist on the Shoto that it, like, boggles my brain, you know?
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite way. I'm fine with Kate Ash because he's a weird ass Shoto. On the other hand, I have no reason to play Ash because I already have Kim for the part of guy that I like, and Ash is the part of guy that I don't. So.
Yeah. They say that the traffic in New York is still being held up.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, but Ash is very much like a setup zoner guy, from my experience, and you know that works for some people. Some people, it is not me. Like, I can do that, but yeah.
Ash pushes in the opposite direction from where Guile's been increasingly going in the past couple games. Because Guile keeps picking up new tools that make him more solid at the mid-short range with every game, while Ash, conversely, is like, yeah, here's the Rose Kiss bullshit to make him even more of a zoner long-range asshole.
Yeah, and like, you know...
okay.
No, you're here. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, with the cloudy weather, I'm very worried that I'm just, at some point, there's just not going to be an Alex anymore.
So yeah, like that's the thing. Like, I don't generally, for some reason, I don't like dedicated zoners. I don't mind, like, I like zoning with characters who are not dedicated zoners, which is inexplicable. But I don't like dedicated zoners. Like, that's the thing. I used to play. I think
you don't
zoner.
like feeling helpless at close range.
Yeah, that might be it. But at the same time, like, both Ash, Guile, and Kim have the flip kick on the same input even, and like,
yeah,
you know, it works the same. It's just get the fuck out of here. So. Like, there is genuinely, logically, no particular reason for me to dislike the way Ash Crimson plays. I just don't.
Yeah, I get that.
Then again, like, you know, once again, out of all of the KOF protagonists, my least favorite is probably, like, Powerless Iori.
I've never given Powerless Iori a shot. I know there's a lot of people that love Powerless Iori. Was he only in 13?
Yes.
Oh, no, he was in 12, wasn't he?
He might have been in 12, but I only played him in 13.
Because isn't 12 when Ash stole his powers, and that's part of what made everybody so mad at Ash?
I think so.
Because 11, when Ash debuted, there wasn't a whole lot of that whole messiness surrounding him in the plot.
Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
if we get around to playing through the series with Pink, I can't wait until we get to 11, because 11's a really fucking good one.
I don't think I have played 11, like, at all.
Really?
Yeah. Like, but
Well, you know what occurs to me now is
my,
going to be an issue is that Fightcade would be how we'd play it, and Fightcade would use the arcade version rather than the console version. And the console version adds like fucking a dozen characters.
yeah. I mean, if it's on PS1, then there might be a way.
No.
Oh.
I literally am looking at a PlayStation 2 copy of King of Fighters 11 right now on my shelf.
Okay, yes, that might be a problem.
Yeah. I mean, obviously if they can continue to
if it had not played, then there's a chance.
Yeah, good old fashioned Mortal Kombat Deception era online fighting games.
I mean, you say that.
MVC2 for the Dreamcast.
You say that, but we genuinely cannot play any of those Mortal Kombat games online anymore because it was powered by GameSpy.
Oh, that's awesome.
In it. Like, there's some workarounds from what I hear. Like, there are people playing the online modes in those games still somehow. I have no clue how, but still.
You know, there's a lot of dead games that the fans have put in passionate work to revive, and I 100% get it. You know, there's like, you know, your City of Heroes and so on. But Mortal Kombat Deception?
No, I think I heard it about Armageddon. Which, you know,
okay,
same
Armageddon
difference.
makes more sense. I was very mixed up for a second there. Like, I mean, Armageddon's right there, and I mean, Armageddon, all the 3D trilogy Mortal Kombats are a mess, but Armageddon's more of a goofy, delightful mess.
Yeah.
Like, the two things Deception has over Armageddon are non-custom fatalities and harakiris.
But those, I know, generally the characters had more interesting movesets by the fact that they weren't split in half to give them to other characters.
Yes, that's also true.
And also, if memory serves, I forget if this is true, but if memory serves, Noob Smoke.
Oh,
wait. No, I'm mixing it the other way around.
That was a big downgrade to just go back down to just having one instead of both.
Yeah, but I actually had it the other way around because they took them apart in Armageddon. Noob Smoke no longer has the infinite grab. Wait, Smoke might still.
God damn it! That's two major fighting. Like, what? How did Noob Smoke end up having the Ice Climbers tech?
They knew.
Oh boy! Good Lord. I love fighting games. They're stupid.
Yeah. But what were we talking about? I was just gonna ask what we were talking about before Ash Crimson.
Oh, I guess we didn't actually talk about Kushnud Butt, did we?
No.
Well, so anyways, yeah, Kushnud Butt. He's gonna be in Garo 2, also referred to as Fatal Fury City, City of the Wolves. But it's like as if it wasn't clear enough that it's gonna be just Garo 2. You know, here's the whole fucking Garo roster.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Kushnud Butt, he's there. He's doing good Kushnud Butt things. But the most important thing is he's not Butt anymore.
No.
They finally stopped giving a fuck.
He has now passed the exam. He is now called Marco Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. And yeah, he looks like he's got all of his old tools, which is, of course, cool. I mean, I always loved. It's one of those inputs you don't see very often in fighting games. The zonk, knuckle, turnaround, punch input. Just hold on to the button and let it go whenever you see an appropriate time to fuck with somebody. Right?
Yeah.
That's a rare one, and I always loved how unique it was for Mr. Butt. That he could not only be throwing Hadokens on, medium punch or light punch, but then be storing another one to throw right after. I always dug that gimmick. That's so unique,
Yeah.
Cool fucking character. Now, there's the big one.
No, there's more. I scrolled back up and I saw things. For example, Answer.
Oh, Slayer! How did I forget Slayer? Jesus Christ!
Akuma has wiped your brain. Forget 1,000 Slayers.
I mean, to be honest, that was the thing. Is like, I've said before that my thing with Akuma is I really like Akuma. I don't touch him because I try to leave him to you, right?
Yeah.
But that policy is ending. We no longer... Diplomacy has failed. The war of Akuma now begins. Because as soon as that motherfucker comes out for Street Fighter 6, I am launching the game again, and I'm picking that motherfucker right the fuck up.
And you will probably be better with him than me for at least like a month, because he's coming out in the middle of my exam season.
I think you and me are going to have very different... I mean, Street Fighter 6 means that the huge movesets in Street Fighter 6 means that everybody plays characters differently. But I think you and me are going to have different Akumas, because you're big on Fireball, you're big on Demon Flip. Yeah. For me, I'll definitely use Demon Flip, but for me, it's going to be a lot of, hey, guess what? I'm a grappler with a fucking Shoryu. Eat all the shit.
Yeah. Did you hear about Did you hear about our Lord and Savior Ashura Senku?
Yeah. If you haven't, you will.
But yeah, Slayer, he's I guess for context for why I called him Answer earlier. When they just posted his image, the image that was obviously Slayer, I just went, imagine if that's somehow Answer, and the bets are just vote for chips flyers.
Well, the gimmick is you do the who's that Pokemon thing, right? But it's who's that Pokemon, and the silhouette could not be more obviously Gyarados, right?
Yeah,
big serpent with fins coming out the sides of its heads, and the silhouette. The who's that Pokemon gimmick ends, and the silhouette clears up. And it's a tiny little Jigglypuff in the center of an otherwise empty.
Who's that Pokemon? It's obviously Gyarados. Then they do it again. It's everyone's favorite Pokemon, Scoliosis.
No, you know who should be revealed like this? Not fucking Answer. This should be how they reveal Robo-Key.
Yeah. But then whose silhouette do they use? Fucking Leopardon.
Yeah. It's just Robo-Key coming out of a toilet.
I mean, I was just gonna say it's a close-up of Robo-Key's face. But
it's a giant Robo-Key head. Good lord. So nonetheless, yes, Slayer. So this is an interesting space for me, right?
It is the same space that I was in at the start of this season, because they revealed Johnny, and Johnny looked like Johnny, like for real, no cap.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about here. Of like, he looks so fucking good, but it's still Strive. And like, I know that I can pop Strive. If I play Strive, I can at least enjoy Potemkin. Right? Which gives me the indication of like, okay, Strive is the one where I don't get to enjoy the characters that aren't my mains, but at least my main turned out in a way that's fine. And that's mostly because Potemkin was one of the 2 characters at launch that didn't get gimped. Yeah. Right? It was fucking... Guilty Gear Strive at first was not Guilty Gear Strive. It was Guilty Gear Soul and Potemkin. There's also other people, but you don't play them. You play Soul or Potemkin.
I wish this was the full title. Somewhere in the sentence there's just a highlighted Roman numeral 4.
And like it still hurts though, because like Faust's in there. Faust's not great. Well, I've not played Guilty Gear at all since they did the updates where they gave everyone a new move. So Faust, in fairness for Strive now isn't quite so gimped and is now a bit more different because he lost out on a good couple things, but now he gained the ability to eat items and store them, which obviously changes Faust's game plan by quite a fucking bit.
Yeah.
I forget, what did they give to Potemkin? I mean, granted, he's one of the 2 characters on the roster that didn't need anything.
They gave Potemkin a Glock.
He already has one!
I know!
He's got a fucking MG40 tied to his wrist, because fuck you. Good lord. Nonetheless.
But imagine, you know the move where Potemkin pokes out, like he does this full motion of poking down at the opponent with one of his arms, one of his hands. That's just yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that again?
Yeah, if memory serves, Potemkin has a move where he like turns slightly to the side, and with the arm that's like towards the back, he does this like full motion of going from one side to the other, just pointing more or less. And it's literally a poke.
I have no memory of this.
I might be misremembering it, but either which way, just give him that move. It hits twice. The second one is a gun. If he inputs a record, then it shoots. Like he's pulling out. He's actually just pulling out like a fucking desert eagle. If he gets you with both of the punches, then it launches.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway. Yeah, I didn't pay too much attention to the updated moves because all I remember from them announcing that is that, you know, I don't know, like 4 people will get moves and then we'll keep you updated on those, and then I didn't hear about it ever again. So... Like I think,
oh boy,
I think the most I heard about it after the fact, after the initial wave of like 4 characters getting moves, was Giovanna got a new move where she still doesn't use the dog.
Yeah, Giovanna's a really odd case. I mean, I'm far from an expert on the character, but I thought like she would be gimmicked around being a stand character, and no, she just kung fu's you, and the stand is there.
Yeah. She kung fu's you in a very specific way, and that's it. If you know how to block that specific way, good game. Right. Let's actually get back to Slayer. So yeah, yes. His new design is cool, right? So that's nice. It's all right. I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. Like it's you know, it's not that different, but I'm still like, well, it still looks a bit weird that he's just not wearing the jacket. It's just on his shoulders.
Yeah, but that's anime.
Yeah.
That's just how they do it. The move that I really noticed that stuck out to me, because this is supposed to be the Guilty Gear that's all about honest neutral, right?
No. Megafisto.
Well, there's that, and there's also fucking Fafnir.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that was supposed to be the idea, was, you know, hey, if you like the past Guilty Gears and their insanity, fuck you. This is supposed to be the honest neutral Guilty Gear for real skillful players, and so on and so forth. And, well, here comes Slayer picking up a move he hasn't had since XX of the fucking forwards dandy step. And the forwards dandy step, you may remember.
It's immediate cross-up, yes.
not only is it an immediate cross-up, not only is it an immediate mix-up, or an immediate overhead, rather, but in Guilty Gear XX, it cost meter. You remember Guilty Gear XX had that weird thing where every character had two moves that were on two special moves that the input was on dust and would spend special meter.
Yeah, that was all holdback from the first Guilty Gear where you actually had EX moves for real.
Yeah,
that's how
and
you
that
used
stopped
them.
being a thing. And I did not see any indication that Slayer was spending meter for that. Maybe they've snuck in some way where he does spend meter for it. It didn't look like he was spending meter for that shit.
It's free. Daisuke was sleeping while they were designing Slayer.
They snuck in crazy bullshit. He's gonna kill him when he wakes up. So that strikes me as a thing of, oh no, like, you know, hey, Slayer's cool. I like Slayer a lot. But this is gonna become a thing now, isn't it? Of suddenly Slayer players, Slayer mains are gonna be the new, Blanca players don't shake their hands and all that, isn't it?
Perhaps.
It's gonna be like that for a minute, I suppose. Well, I suppose I'll have to take my beatings not even playing the game.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Then, we also had Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
Yes, which is still being called something other than Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
So here's the reason for that.
Reason.
I actually found the reason.
Why is that?
So, in Japan, the Budokai Tenkaichi series was called Sparking, which is why this is Sparking 0.
Oh! They've just done the like a dragon gimmick of like we're just not gonna give you the fake Western name anymore. You're just now gonna get the same name you do in Japan.
Yeah.
I see. Well, that explains it. Okay. But nonetheless, yes, they showed that, and not as crazy of pulls as the previous trailer, being like, here's Jiren's fucking goofs.
Yeah, there's no here's the fucking random like wolf guy that appeared for one frame in the Tournament of Power.
Yeah, we ain't busting out the furries today. No, we're bringing out something else. So they did importantly show, though, one character who immediately demands attention. Well, two. One being future Gohan, which is a pull people have been asking for a long time, but we're worried that we'd get future Gohan with two arms. Nope. They lived up to expectations on that one. You're going to be playing as a fucking Gohan with one arm. So, that's cool and all. But, I mean, presumably he'll throw a one-armed Kamehameha, and that's, that's fine, because that's old teen Gohan. We'll throw the Kamehameha with one arm.
You summon the ghost of like younger teen Trunks.
Summon the ghost of Goten, even though in that timeline Goten never existed to begin with, because Goku died before he could conceive him.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh, I'm forgetting to summon the ghost of Pen.
Yeah! A timeline where Videl never mattered because fucking Hercule never got the glory for beating Cell. Can I be real here? I know everybody else calls him Mr. Satan, but for me, he's still the censored Hercule name.
Yeah. That's his full name, Hercule Satan.
Didn't they actually retcon it in that, his full name is Hercule Satan?
I don't know.
I thought they did retcon that in at some point.
I can check real quick, I guess.
Fuck it. But yeah,
Toriyama revealed that his real name is Mark.
Mark Satan?
Yes, Mark Satan.
And he's very heavily inspired by several wrestlers. So don't be a fucking Mark, man.
I guess Hercules is his gimmick name. That's his work name. Like how
shoot yourself in the work against Cell, brother.
Yeah, like you know how you have fucking like Terry, Hulk Hogan, Bolea, Mark, Hercule, Satan.
That's... And they haven't revealed him yet. No, they did. He was one of the very first characters. They've not shown gameplay for Mr. Satan, but when they first showed the big grid of characters that shown from the start, he was on there. And that's where the Wolfman was, because we've not seen the Wolfman in gameplay yet.
Yeah.
Mr. Satan and the Wolfman, we've not seen in gameplay. We've just seen pictures of them.
I don't think I will ever stop talking about the Wolfman, just because it's so fucking weird that he was one of the first characters revealed. And we don't know nothing about this character. He was genuinely in, like, I want to say 2 scenes, and in the background in those. So...
Yeah, him and the random space chick were very obviously thrown in as the early indicators of, y'all thought we wouldn't do it, but we're fucking doing it. This shit is happening.
Like I can't wait for fucking Maze. I don't remember any of the like non-canon movie guys that they put in like Raging Blast.
Oh, who was the character? What character are you looking for? Is he a Namekian? Is he Saiyan? What is he?
I think he was one of Frieza's men.
Oh boy.
Well, 2 of them, but yeah, it was two of Frieza's guys. I honestly can't even describe what the fuck they looked like. I remember one of them being purple, but that's it.
You're not talking about Birder from the Ginyu Force, are you?
No, I remember watching either Team 4-Star or the Best Friends play one of the failed not Budokai Force. And it was just like, hey, we have this guy from this movie. And it was just a it was just a guy named like Maze or something like that. Genuinely,
I do not know. I ain't got a fucking clue.
Okay, for a second, I freaked out because when I typed in Dragon Ball Maze, a character actually came up, and then it said under it said Dragon Ball Z roleplay forums, and I went, "Oh God, thank God!"
God, no!
There's also a separate character called Korn.
Of course, there fucking is. Fucking Toriyama, man.
Oh no, I don't think he's canon.
Oh. Okay. Wait, are you trying to look up Vegeta's dipshit little brother?
No, not the guy from the other thing. This was way before Super. This was before Super sprouted from Toriyama's loins. I also like this. I'm searching it up, and one of the things that I get is Dragon Ball Z peanut butter corn puff cereal. I love that character.
Yeah, those are all over the damn grocery stores. The Reese's Puffs. I've just bought Reese's Puffs a couple times with Goku right there on the front, and Mike actually mentioned that while he ordinarily is neither a big Dragon Ball guy nor is he a big Reese's Puffs guy, he nonetheless bought a box and he's just keeping it because the novelty of buying a box of Reese's Puffs with Goku on them so soon after Akira Toriyama's death.
I looked up Dragon Ball obscure characters just to see if I saw just to see if by some chance I actually like find them by that, and it's just like launch and with 16
Yeah, Toriyama, yes.
TN.
Oh yes, again to Toriyama, yes.
Or like fucking fortune teller Baba. Gohan, or no, not Gohan, sorry, Goten.
Dude, they should make Fortune Teller Baba playable in this one.
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking good.
Okay, this is not the guy I'm thinking of, but apparently there's a character named Master Carrot.
Monster Carrot or Master Carrot?
Monster Carrot and the Rabbit gang, Rabbit mob actually. He's a large rabbit mobster.
Oh, this must be Dragon. Right,
this
that's
is OG
like
Dragon
the
Ball.
very first arc of Dragon Ball 1, except maybe for Pilaf. Fucking Dragon Ball original. Oh boy.
Grandpa Gohan with an image of Super Saiyan 2 like child Gohan from the Cell Saga.
Oh. Awesome.
Also, I just want to say, forgotten. This is the list. It titled it "Forgotten Dragon Ball Characters." Majin Buu, Cell, like.
Okay, Toriyama, like, credit where credit's due, Majin Buu is like one of the only examples of Toriyama giving an explanation for a hero more or less just disappearing, and it's not that he's fucking turned lame, right? It's not like Tien or Krillin where it's just like, I don't know, I just stopped giving a fuck and made him suck now. Like, no, Buu has the totally legit explanation of, like, no, he just sleeps all the time, so he's no help. Like, if he's awake, he's very helpful, but fucker's always either asleep or just looking for candy. Cell. I mean, look, when the door got opened by Frieza coming back, everybody was wondering, you know, will they bring back anyone else? And I think the definitive answer is no.
Yeah. You know, the difference between Cell and Frieza is that Frieza went black. So he can't go back anymore.
Okay, let's see what other. Because when we look at the Budokai Tenkaichi 4 possibilities, it's like there's a few that were obviously like, you know, get the entirety of the Ginyu Force in there because it's the Ginyu Force, and it's neat that we get to get all 5 of them again, prospectively. Though if the Wolfman gets in and we lose out on Berta or Jace, I would be a bit confused.
I
wouldn't be mad.
I mean, Ginyu should still retain his mechanic from Fighter Z, where you let yourself get beat up and then you just switch health bars.
Yeah. Well, he starts to become, you know, the thing with remember the thing with Devilman or whatever from Tenkaichi 3, right?
Kinda.
He's got one of the lowest power levels in the game. He's pretty bad. But he has a super move that is like the evil destroying beam or whatever. And the gimmick of the move is supposed to be that it damages you proportionally to how evil you are. Well, that Devilman character, it turned out, is absolutely awful when you put him up against any of the good characters. But he can wipe the floor with any of the villains, except like, I don't know, fucking Super Boo, who can just speed over and whoop his ass before he can charge the evil removal beam up. But as long as that dude could charge up meter, the evil removal beam was a one-hit kill on any villainous characters.
Nice. I have found the guy I was looking for in the meantime.
What's that?
Kui.
Kui.
C-U-I. Kui.
Oh, yeah, he was in the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 roster right next to Apple. Fucking Apple.
And I also found a couple of other weirdos from fucking Raging Blast, like Salza. I wonder what he's named after.
Boy, the mind wanders.
Hachiak.
Hachiak. What was Hachiak's gimmick?
I don't know. The bio that's here says Hachiak is a machine that was created by TOEFL scientist Dr. Lychee to eradicate the remaining Saiyans. He's the main antagonist of the plan to eradicate Saiyans.
That was a GT movie or something, wasn't it? Because GT
I don't
was
remember.
Because GT started to bring in the Cerealians or whatever as the people that the Saiyans genocided, and so they take it out on Goku and Vegeta and so on. Admittedly, Vegeta deserves it, but
it doesn't
Goku,
seem so, because the enemies in this, okay, it says Ghost Warriors.
No, the plan to eradicate Saiyans was a video game. It was an SNES video game.
Oh, okay, it's an OVA and a video game. It was first a video game and then became an OVA.
Right, and unlike a lot of the dumb shit from GT and the spin-offs, that actually made its way into canon because one of the arcs of Super revolves heavily around the Cerealians or whatever. Like
I was confused for a second here because the enemies here are like Evil Goku, one of the many, Frieza, Cooler, and Evil Piccolo, but like not like King Piccolo. No, it's Piccolo in a different costume and he's evil now, I guess.
Oh, dude, can we get more of Devil King Piccolo? Wait, was Devil King Piccolo even playable in Budokai Tenkaichi 3?
I think so.
I guess he was. I don't remember it, but no. What it was I was disappointed because you only got one of his children besides Piccolo Jr., or regular Piccolo, rather. Tambourine was the only other playable member of the Piccolo family, and that always disappointed me because there were so many others, which, granted, they only did like one move in the anime. But fuck it, we gave a complete moveset to Apple, whose entire existence is to talk to Vegeta for 2 seconds and be a douchebag, and then Vegeta blows him up.
Speaking of which, here's another guy that should return in Sparking Zero, Naze. Who is definitely the guy that I thought was called Maze.
Who is Naze?
Naze is a member of Cooler's armored squadron under the Cooler Force. He accompanies Cooler along with the rest of his team to Earth in the hunt for the Saiyan that defeated Frieza. Apparently.
Right!
I'll send you an image shortly.
Him, I don't remember, but I remember there was the one Cooler goon, the Australian one that got to be in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and he stuck out. No, there was another. No, he was French.
Okay.
Blue-skinned pretty boy douchebag.
Oh.
And he stuck out.
Yeah, and that was Salsa.
Salsa, yes, and he stuck out because none of the other movie villains got to have any of their minions playable in game, but Salsa stuck around. And I'm not sure Salsa does anything in the fucking movie. So he's another one they just had to make up a moveset for.
Yeah. I sent you one image of Naze in the text chat.
Oh no, you know what I bet it is? I bet that Salsa has a fight scene where he gets in like 3 moves and then Piccolo kills him.
Yeah.
Because for pretty well like half the movies, before at least Goten and Kid Trunks come in, for like half the movies, the gimmick will be there's a villain and then there's like 5 minions. There's a knockoff Ginyu Force. Goku will kill the main villain. Piccolo will kill the Ginyu Force.
Piccolo just eats them. It's like every fight scene is replaced with Saturn devouring his son.
Oh my god, Piccolo would be like the only alien. Oh, that fucking goober. Right, yeah, I remember that. Piccolo cuts his head off, but his head just grows back. So Piccolo's like, well, fuck, I guess I have to blow you all up at once. And then he does, because, you know, it's Not that hard for a Dragon Ball character to blow someone up.
Yeah.
That goon, if they want to double down on giving Cooler his goons, because Cooler's like one of the 3 iconic movie villains, I would not be shocked if that guy makes it in alongside Salza.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he doesn't, let's be real here, the game's going to have DLC, and that the DLCs are going to be mixed into season passes that will have a couple cool guys and a couple weirdos, right?
Yeah.
Like, I honestly expect season 1, we're probably going to see the Xenoverse villains mixed in with some goobers like this guy. Right?
Yeah.
Because Xenoverse, obviously, neither of us are into it. Neither of us care for the idea of a Dragon Ball MMO. But nonetheless, Xenoverse, extremely popular with a lot of people. So characters stuck to that, like that Towa chick, people are going to want to see show up in Dragon Ball stuff in the future. Also, Android 21, probably going to be the first DLC. I don't know. 21, though, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
21's almost so popular, I wouldn't be shocked to see her on disc, especially since she's so tied to a major plot point in the regular Dragon Ball Z anime.
21 will get 4 slots. Regular, lab coat, and then 2 other outfits.
Evil. You can absolutely make Evil 21 a separate character. The version that's like all blue and got dark black spots on her skin and shit.
Yeah.
Kind of looked a lot like old skinny Boo. Evil Boo. Jesus Christ, we're going to get like 6 Boos again. Because we're going to get Fat Boo, Evil Boo, Super Boo, Kid Boo. Okay.
Oop.
Are we going to... it'd be the ultimate pull for Z. That Budokai Tenkaichi never pulled off.
Live action Goku.
No, Muscle Boo from when he ate the first Kai, but hadn't eaten the fat Kai yet.
I don't know. I would laugh if they just license out the guy.
I forget, was Supreme Kai playable in Budokai Tenkaichi?
I don't remember.
Because, like, on one hand, Supreme Kai and Z itself is not really much of a fighter. On the other hand, now that we've got the evil Kai from Super, I feel like there's more of a pressure than to make the regular good Kai playable, you know?
Yeah.
No, he was, because he had 2 forms, right? There's the form regular Supreme Kai, and then there's the form once he absorbs his bodyguard. Him and his bodyguard... Right, not absorbs, excuse me, but once him and his bodyguard use the Patara earrings.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Which is why Goku and Vegeta at first think that the Patara earring merge might be permanent, and then it's like, no. Nah. I forget, have they shown anyone from GT yet? Because obviously GT isn't off limits, because...
I don't think so.
Because Dragon Ball Fighter Z had a couple of GT characters.
But the problem is that I can check easily because the list I'm looking at has them caught up into which game they were introduced in, but not which games they're in, actually.
Oh. Well, Tenkaichi never lost any characters. I believe every roster was a expansion on the previous. And I don't think Budokai 3 had anybody that Tenkaichi didn't. My God, there's going to be like 4 Brolys. No, there might be 5. Because there's like, right, there was the goofy, weird Z Broly that was still skinny. And, like, you never played him, because why would you ever want... You go straight for Super Saiyan 3 Broly.
Yeah.
Or, well, no, he wasn't Super Saiyan 3, excuse me. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And, of course, they already showed the alternate universe... Fem Broly, what's her name? Which one? I always get it mixed up if it's... Kefla, yes, there we go. I have to imagine they'll probably have, in the story mode, they'll probably have, again, the what-if battles, right?
Probably.
Because that was the excuse for how you unlock Devilman and King Cold.
You know, looking at
And King Cold had to make up a moveset for him revolving around Trunks' sword because King Cold, again, never did anything in the show. He just died.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the list of all of the characters that they revealed, and I was about to ask who the fuck Bergamo is, but then I remembered that it's the guy.
That's the Wolfman, ain't it?
Yeah, it's the guy from the back of Super scenes, the 2 scenes that he was in.
Yeah. Oh man, from Super we're gonna get like the cool robot that beat ass.
I also like how.
Oh
Okay,
man,
never
from
mind.
Super we're gonna get the big fat chick that kicked everyone's ass.
Oh, probably, yeah. I also like this naming scheme. So you just scroll past the characters and it's just like Super Vegeta parentheses mid. Who needs a tier list? The game has a tier list built in.
Wait, we're gonna get several versions of the Super iterations of Goku and Vegeta? Oh, I guess so that when you're in the story mode and it's like, hey, fight Beerus, as Super Goku. You as Super Goku won't just go, okay, cool, Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think I said this last time, but what's going to be weird is if we get the super versions of the Z Fighters, we're going to get versions of Krillin that will have a higher power level than fucking Cell.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing...
Fucking goes back, Cell eats 18, and Krillin beats 18 out of Cell himself.
Yeah. The only thing that Super is missing, or the Super characters are missing, is Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, but we're probably gonna get GT versions of Goku and Vegeta at least.
Yeah.
No, you know who would be another pool that Budokai Tenkaichi never made?
Yeah.
GT's adult Trunks.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, that's one that's weird.
Okay, Giru.
Giru, who's Giru?
The small robot that goes on them with the adventure. He's the like annoying mascot character in the show.
Oh yeah, put him next to Mr. Satan and fucking Kid Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
Also, why did we get Kid Chi-Chi and not adult Chi-Chi?
She's too
like
strong.
Adult Chi-Chi, teenage Chi-Chi at the end of Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, was able to keep up with Goku. Like, with Roshi, the thing became, Roshi's just stopped training because he's lazy. But as soon as Roshi started training again in Super, it was made very clear, oh no, remember Roshi blowing up the moon? He's stronger than the fucking Super Saiyans. He just has to give a shit. And that makes me wonder, is Chi-Chi like in the same category as Roshi, where it's just she's stupid strong, she just has to give a shit, and most of the time she doesn't?
Perhaps. But also consider this, Yamcha.
Yamcha's a funny case because he's gonna be the one out of the Z Fighters that doesn't get a better Super version. Even Tien had like 5 minutes in Super where he was supposed to be better than he was in Z. They just forgot.
Tien gets a new Super instead of the fucking, I forget the name of it. Instead of the triangle beam that he does, he just says, "I need to go home to the temple," and then the match ends.
Okay, be an attention to detail to do.
Yeah.
Z or regular Roshi, whatever, behaves weird around female characters. Super Roshi doesn't.
Oh yeah.
That'd be pretty wild.
Who the fuck is Kakunsa?
Kakunsa. The name rings a bell.
Apparently a super character, it's a waifu. Sure.
Oh!
She's one of the characters, one of the people that was with the fat chick.
They had the trio of super women in the tournament, and
Yeah,
Didn't they beat Krillin or somebody major?
I don't remember, but she is the Catwoman out of those three.
Hang on, I'm looking her up. Oh, yes, she was one of the first ones they revealed, wasn't she?
It's hard to tell. The articles I'm finding are like the article I'm reading. It's called Dragon Ball Sparking Zero confers 11 more characters for the roster, which implies that it's that she wasn't on like the immediate thing.
Right. Yes. I remember reading about these characters when I looked over the Super Tournament roster. They're three superhero girls, whatever. They're just regular, young women. But then, they Sailor Moon up, and one of them becomes Kakunsa the Catwoman. One becomes Rosie the Rotund. And then there's a third one here with like a weird looking head.
I am reading scary things.
Oh, so boy, what's up?
I found a full list that was updated allegedly like 3 days ago, and it says like it has a separate thing. It's a thing where in one row it says, or one column rather, it says the character's name, and the next to it says forms. And Bergamo forms giant form. I don't. Of
course he does.
Yeah, like.
I don't like the sounds of that. Giant characters back because they already showed the apes, the great apes.
Yeah.
So Bergamo was almost certainly chosen because he would come with a giant form.
Majin Buu, innocent form.
Okay, so that's what they're using instead. Right. I remember that. He's called the Innocent Buu instead of Fat Buu now because Fat Buu was seen as fat phobic.
Ah. Vegeta forms based. Isn't he always?
Oh boy.
But yeah, I don't know who we could wish for, because like I don't have the amount of obscure esoteric Dragon Ball knowledge to pull on a barely existent character out of my ass. Put in Maze. Fucking not Maze, the fucking fandom character.
Yeah, there you go.
Put in Corn.
Okay, for a laugh, of course, we can list off some of the what ifs, right?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think they already showed Great Ape Nappa, so that's immediately a what if. But we've all seen at some point the hypothetical Super Saiyan Nappa, haven't we?
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's great. Because he doesn't, he's fucking bald.
Yeah.
So instead he grows his goatee turns into a massive golden beard.
Nice.
Some of the ones I'd really be excited for are ones that, like, well, of course we're going to get them. Like, of course we're going to get Orange Piccolo. That would be part of the gimmick for him fundamentally being there. Like, if we're doing this part in large part to get the super versions of these characters, well, of course Orange Piccolo is going to be there because that's his whole thing in Super.
Okay, I have a pull. Vegeta with a pacifier.
Oh, Vegeta with a pacifier is pretty good.
You can add the space policeman too, but Vegeta with a pacifier is more important.
Oh, the little space dude. I love the little space dude. But he like sucks at his job, right? Because he was supposed to have been sent out, get those damn Saiyans off of Earth. They're not supposed to be there. But he's just really shit at his job. So he just doesn't.
Well, it's less that he's shit at his job and more that he's just like done with this shit. All of it.
Yeah, being a space policeman seems like it'd be rough.
That and also like half of the time he's working less as a space policeman and more as a space postman.
Doesn't he just sit around like, actually, really, I just care more about like Earth ice cream and shit?
Yeah. Like if memory serves, the part of the episode with Vegeta with a pacifier, yeah.
I have a poll that I think you and I will both be in favor of. It's time they finally figure out a way to make Bulma playable.
Yeah.
She's like until Vegeta comes in.
Okay. Okay. Fucking everyone's playing Budokai Tenkaichi. Bulma is playing Fortnite.
I mean, fucking Hercule's there. I'd take Bulma more seriously in a fight.
I mean,
because
yeah,
Bulma knows she's out of her league, and she doesn't try to pull gimmicks with a jetpack and a grenade. She's just gonna pull out a fucking laser or something. She's gonna hop on a motorcycle.
See, my idea is that Bulma has a shotgun, and her moves are centered around like throwing down capsules and then jumping off of the buildings.
She doesn't. She doesn't get the shotgun. Do you know who gets the shotgun?
Who? Oh, the fucking
farmer.
The farmer. Make him the next Farming Zero announcement.
I voted for Bush.
Yeah. Fucking hell. But yeah, like I'm imagining like Bulma has a long range weapon, you know, to fight with the key blasts and all that. And then she just some of her moves are just like throwing down capsules and hurting people, hurting the enemy when the capsule bursts on top of them or something like that, and then like being able to jump off of them.
Yeah.
So like legitimately, Bulma is playing Fortnite. she is building the environment, and you have to fight around the environment she's building.
She just pays you to stop fucking with her.
Yeah. That's her super. That's her desperation super.
There is a Justice League comic where all of the Flash's goons, the rogues, they show up to fight the Justice League because Lex Luthor paid them to. And of course, naturally, they all single off. One takes each Justice League member. But Mirror Master goes opposite to old Batman. And Batman just asks, okay, how much did Lex pay you? $50K. And Batman just says, hey, I'll send you $100K to just fuck off. And Mirror Master's like, oh, okay. He fucks off, and Batman pays him $100K later.
Yeah. If only it felt so easy all the time.
Yeah. Like people talk about, Batman should use his money to help Gotham. That's a very direct way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Batman helping through his money is that like, yeah, Batman is helping through the money. The problem is the government is corrupt, just like real life, you know.
Yeah,
like the problem is
a lot of those. It'd be nice if the Joker was just looking for cash and would just take payoffs.
Yeah. Like it's not Batman's fault that the government is like, hey, 50 million from Bruce Wayne. Don't mind if I put it in my pocket. And then Arkham Asylum is just like one of those, like, you know how in the cartoons they would just have the set houses where it's just literally like the front of the house with some things to make it so it doesn't fall over. Like that's what all Arkham Asylum is at this point.
Pretty much. It's always either that or explicitly like, hey, we're just fucking hiring like ex-Holocaust guards.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck.
We're running at least 12 Stanford prison experiments at the same time.
We're thinking about pumping those numbers up, honestly.
Batman visits Arkham Asylum. Joker's on guard duty that week. They have to explain it to him.
So there is a bit in the comics. There's only occasionally referenced, but it's one of my favorite bits of oddball Batman lore. So one of the doctors at Arkham, during a breakout, when Batman and the police arrived and restored order, Batman naturally fucks off around the time of rounding up some of the criminals and putting them back in the cells. The guards thought that one of the doctors at the asylum was one of the villains. So they just locked him up. And nobody's wised up for like years. And so it's just a random innocent doctor that is being held as an inmate at Arkham Asylum.
And that's the Calendar Man was born.
And the other villain, the doctor doesn't go crazy. He's like the only person in Arkham who doesn't go crazy or being locked up. He's constantly saying like, no, you don't understand. I'm former staff. I am not an inmate. I'm not a supervillain. What the fuck? And like Joker and Clayface and Killer Shark and goddamn whoever else have made an agreement. We don't fuck with him because it's way funnier for him to just be stuck in here with us than for any of us to kill him.
Yeah. They're not wrong.
It is. Like the fucking like there is a demon trapped in Arkham Asylum that is causing Gotham to go insane, and Arkham is the focal point. It is an asylum where people get sent in there and they come out crazier. That town is fucked. Still not the worst place in New Jersey, though.
Yeah, true.
Okay, it's time we hit the big one.
Yes.
He has arrived.
The AKUMA waiting room is now closed. We are moving to the AKUMA arrival room.
What is it, like a hospital and there's like the array of babies, but they're all just little Akumas?
Yeah.
In a nursery, and you go to pick up your baby and they just fucking Ashura Senku into your arms.
Yeah.
So yeah, Akuma, he is very much. I mean, the thing is, we've been saying for the longest time, you know, when Akuma comes around, holy shit, right? 'Cause Street Fighter 6's entire gimmick on several levels has been, let's have all the characters get everything.
Yeah.
And Akuma's gimmick has always fundamentally been, he's the dude who gets everything. So there's a question of like, well, how crazy is this shit gonna be? Well, the answer is fucking crazy.
Yep. The only thing that Akuma is missing is Kongo Kokuretsu-san. And there's a non-zero chance that his new super is Kongo Kokuretsu-san. So
that super looks like it's honestly just him like doing it to the guy's face.
Yeah. Like the Sips of Hatred or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And that's what yeah.
I do appreciate them answering everyone's questions of like, oh my god, what's Raging Demon gonna look like in modern? The answer is it doesn't.
Yeah. Learn to play the game. That's how you do Shangokusatsu.
You have to unlock it by changing playstyles.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even have to change playstyles. You just have to press on an additional button and then do the classic input, but still.
So that's I mean, so there's arguments about the Raging Demon, right? How it should be done.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that argue that the way it used to be, the way that 5 did it, where you actually saw Akuma in there in the dark beating his ass, that it removed the magic. There's a lot of people that prefer the idea that Akuma was literally dragging you to hell. What's your preference?
Well, I can see both sides of the argument. The problem is I am biased because I theorize about like sometimes I think about like the extent of the Satsui no Hado and its uses and all that. And Street Fighter 6 kind of just came out and said like the stuff that we've seen has pretty much just been Capcom going that all of my headcanon stuff is actually canon. That's just how it works. More or less.
So
the new Shango Kusatsu, yeah.
They found a way to satisfy both sides.
Yeah, like the thing that sticks out to me, in a thing of like, obviously they're not reading my mind. They're not trying to appeal to me specifically. But at the same time, I did think that they did go like, okay, where do we go with the Shango Kusatsu after 5? What if just a fucking million Akumas? And there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's simultaneously in the space of like, if you're someone who prefers, I personally prefer for it just to be Akuma whooping your ass at lightning speed. But I've always been iffy on the idea of such explicitly supernatural things as like demons or angels interfering in Street Fighter. But this super can either be interpreted as Akuma is taking you to hell and the demons are whooping your ass. The demons just also look like Akuma. Or Akuma is whooping your ass so fucking fast it looks like you're being hit by 1,000 Akumas.
Yeah, like that's my reading of the new Shango Kusatsu. That the Satsui no Hado, his mastery of the Satsui no Hado has just made him so fucking fast that you literally can't tell that he's not simultaneously multiple people at once.
Yeah. So good shit. Also, of course, the shot is very cool of when he takes you into the shadow place, whatever, and the camera shows a revolving, like, fucking coliseum made of Akumas around you. Yeah. That's good shit, man.
Like, it's... how can I even put this properly? The way that the way that they shot the new Shango Kusatsu, the way that it is paced, the way that it is choreographed, it is very good in conveying the overwhelming power that it's supposed to represent.
Yeah.
Because, like, people were like, I have also seen people online going, well, I don't like it because I can see this and that. Like, I don't know about you, but when I saw Akuma splitting into multiple people, and then the camera zooms out, and there's more, my eyes kind of just glazed over, and I stopped being able to take information, which is what.
Same here.
And that's to me, that's what's supposed to happen. There's so much information on screen about where Akuma is attacking that you don't know. It's the same thing as if it was all dark, but it's scarier because you're supposed to see things, but you just don't.
Yeah. It is quite cool.
Like, I will have to rewatch it again because it's been a while since I last saw it, but I guess the only thing that I don't remember it doing quite as well is I wish there were more close-ups of him hitting the other guy, but like it's one of those things where like damned if you do, damned if you don't, because on one hand, you can show, roughly where the Akumas are coming in from the large coliseum of Akumas, and that's better at establishing space. At the same time, if we got a couple of close-ups of the Akumas with like glowing eyes punching the guy, it would have been more visceral.
Yeah.
But yeah, like go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like I think I've said this before on this podcast, but like genuinely, the only way Capcom can pander more to me with this new Akuma is if they just fucking give him a wolf costume. And
instead of giving it to Ryu.
Yeah.
What costume do they give to Cody? Cody seems more wolf-like if you want to give it to a heroic character.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played the Ultra SF4.
It's been a while since I've taken a look at the costumes.
I'm gonna check real quick.
That must be like a Street Fighter wiki thing, showing the costumes or something.
Definitely. Well, apparently one of his Halloween outfits, because I figured the animal costumes would be all Halloween outfits. And the two that I can find are Clown and Zombie. Let's see, I found the thing here with all of the costumes. Where's Cody? I don't know what the fuck he's supposed to be, man. A coyote, I guess?
I guess I'll pull it up as well. Let me see.
I'm sending it over.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's awful.
Isn't it? Kangaroo? Like a raccoon, maybe?
Some kind of fox?
Oh yeah, that perhaps. I don't know, because he has rings on his tail. But then, you know, I guess...
Red panda?
Oh, maybe.
Why would Cody be a red panda?
Thieves. I don't know.
All right, then. Anyways, yeah, back to AKUMA. So, AKUMA, the Demon Flip, has
been renamed. Yes,
changed.
It is. Well, yes, it has changed, but it's also been renamed. It is now no longer Hyakushu. So the dive kick out of the thing is no longer called Hyaki Gojin, which is like literally the only Demon Flip move which is name I know. No, it is now Demon Charged. And
really?
Yes. They named it Demon Charge for some reason. Like they in the PlayStation blog, they specifically said, "Oh yeah, Hyakushu is back. It is no longer called Hyakushu. It is now Demon Charge. It now has a cancel option." Fuck you. More or less.
Huh.
But yeah, the differences between Hyaki, or rather Hyakushu and Demon Charge, from what I can tell, is that is the difference in options. Hyakushu used to have a kick, the dive kick, and a regular as punch, if memory serves, as well as the Zanku Hadoken and the Tatsumaki from it. Well, the Tatsumaki is less classic, if memory serves. I don't remember it being in as many older games. It's really only since like 4 or 5 that he has that, if memory serves. But yeah, Demon Charge instead has the cancel. Oh yeah, also neutral Hyakushu went into the sweep. I don't think Demon Charge does that. But it is hard to tell because I haven't played the character.
Yeah.
But yeah, Demon Charge definitely has the downwards palm strike that Oni used to have. He has cancel out of it. And he can also spend meter to do the Zanku Hadoken or do the Tatsumaki out of it.
Yep. Okay, that's a lot of options. And I mean, just the cancel alone, of course, they show in the video that he cancels it into regular throw, which I assume replaces that replaces the throw out of the demon flip throw option. No,
Probably.
but also does the demon flip, if you did nothing, would turn into a sweep? Of course.
Yes,
Do you think that the cancel also replaces the sweep?
I think so.
Interesting. That's a very. What if he cancels demon flip into raging demon? Because you can definitely.
You can do that.
You can. Yeah, you can absolutely fucking. How's my brain? What's the word for when you do the input during the
Buffer?
buffer? Yeah, you can absolutely buffer that shit.
I mean, the only problem then is that if memory serves, we don't know for sure, but Demon, or rather Chagokusatsu might not be a true grab anymore. Because
That's true.
Because they point out that you can combo into it.
But that was in a juggle state.
True.
And I forget. I want to say that Geef can combo level 3 in a juggle. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's been forever. And if you want to go for the crazy juggle combos as Geef, you're generally more likely to use his level 1.
Yeah. But yes, so Akuma.
Well, nonetheless.
Yeah, Akuma does that with the demon flip now. He has a new move, and it wall splats. Because of course it does.
Yes.
Like,
it feels a little bit like, no, fuck you, Ryu. I can do this too.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what just occurred to me, man?
What?
Demon flip, cancel, sure you can.
Oh yeah, that's what they showed, and you can, or you used to be able to do a demon flip into dive kick to show you can, which is unclear if you can still do that. I hope that you can, because that was my bread and butter, like, you know, just quick getting it out combo.
Good lord, this character's... They've made Demon Flip even stronger. It's crazy.
Yeah. Imagine if he had fucking, oh, I'm forgetting the name of it. Zweihander from it.
Well, he has to go down with it, but the palm ain't too different.
I mean, that is true, but at the same time, Zweihander can be Roman cancelled to launch. So imagine if you could drive rush the fucking palm to launch.
Good lord.
And yeah, some of the things that they showed off with the EX demon flip though is brutal, because the EX demon flip is actually Zweihander. And you can move well, I don't know if it's 500 in that it has a hits whenever the things collide, but you definitely get a free like launch out of it with the Tatsumaki if it hits. So
yeah.
And not only that, but also Shakunet's Hadouken has been moved from half circle back to just charge the button.
Yes, that's true. And did they do that so that the that input would now be used for the wall splat?
Perhaps. I didn't think of that, but probably. Introducing Akuma's new move, Fafnir.
Did you notice that he seems to now have both versions of Tatsu?
Yes, that was actually explained. So it works the same way it did in Street Fighter V. Light Tatsu is normal Tatsu, and then medium Tatsu is halfway between the two, I guess. Heavy Tatsu is the upwards one.
So I take it they did that because the light Tatsu is the one everybody went with anyways to get the Shoryu combo.
Yeah, probably.
Understandable.
Like, it's one of those things where, like, I used the heavy Tatsu for movement mostly. At the same time, Demon Flip. EX Demon Flip, in fact. Like, we're not even talking about Ashura Senku. EX Demon Flip.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Wanted to bring up visuals. So, how about the fact that he doesn't look like a fucking flower anymore, even though they didn't technically change his hairstyle?
Well, they did. They did
Oh, that's right. He now has the top bun. Or rather, he didn't have the top bun in Street Fighter V.
Yes, he now has the top bun, and the top of his head is also not. Well, his hair is longer, more or less. That's the main difference.
Yeah, and it's smoothed back. It's pulled back instead of sticking outwards.
Yeah.
So he doesn't look like a goddamn fucking flower anymore. Jesus Christ.
And not only
5 design for AKUMA is so bad.
Yep. What if we change the classic design just enough for it to make no fucking sense? Make it shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new design, like, you know, if it wasn't obvious from the fact that like, I wanna say 2 out of our 5 logos thus far has featured a version of Street Fighter 6 Akuma. I love this new design. I like the pelt on his back. Like, that's the thing though. I was gonna say, I don't know if the pelt is supposed to be his hair or if the pelt is just a pelt. I think of it as a pelt. If it was supposed to be his hair, wow.
He's been out in the wilds for a minute.
True. He's been very busy going down to Makai to fight with fucking Dimitri.
Speaking of hell, how about that fucking stage, man?
Yeah.
It's a good one. Street Fighter 6 is generally... Has Street Fighter 6 had a bad stage yet?
I guess I wouldn't say that Street Fighter 6 has had bad stages, but Street Fighter 6, for me, the stages have grown samey, or like, not samey, but like, you know, I got bored of them because there's only so many, which is understandable. But at the same time, you know, the same, like, I don't know, 7 or so stages being in rotation kind of makes them less interesting.
Yeah.
I do like.
Yeah, I can't think of any that I've had an issue with, though. Some of them certainly are less impressive than others. There's one that's just the streets of old. Oh, son of a bitch! What's the country that
Metro
JP
City?
took over?
Oh, Nashal.
Nashal, yes. Also, how are you going to get introduced to Akuma?
He punches you.
Of course. Okay. Right.
Like they showed off they showed off the animation. You go up to Akuma. Akuma goes, "Hey, fuck you! You tried to block." Akuma goes, "No," and then he just does a Ryuken.
Oh no, I saw that. I was, how does your character go? Like, yeah, I'm gonna fly to goddamn Akuma land.
You go up to Ryu, where Ryu says, "I want you to meet my father."
They arrive and it's just Goken's corpse is strung up, and then Akuma's behind it like, hey.
Yeah. But like, you know, all mystique and mystery removed from whether or not Akuma is Ryu's dead. He just does it on a fucking, like, he just reveals it in a throwaway line.
Yeah.
I don't know who could introduce you to Akuma in World Tour like that. Like, Ryu would make sense because yeah. Dulls him, I guess, because he smells the Satsui no Haro.
You're not wrong though.
I guess JP could make sense if they try to work him into a thing of like he, now that I have psycho power, I can take all the power in the world, and I'm going after the Satsui no Hado, or something like that.
I mean, JP's an interesting question because right now JP's whole thing is like, well, I won't be as crazy as Bison was. I'm going to do things the smart, sane way. But then his arcade ending is like, but what if I didn't though?
Yeah.
What if I was just an asshole?
I'm still hoping that we get a story update and they just reveal Violent Ken.
He has to debut in a new game at some point, right? He can't just be locked to Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. And not only that, but Ken's arcade ending is him going, fuck it, I'm violent now.
This would be the time.
But the thing is, like, if Street Fighter 6 doesn't get an update to, like, if Violent Ken is not done DLC and Street Fighter 6 doesn't get a story update because, I don't think they will give the base game characters more story. Like, if Street Fighter 6 without violence was this, imagine what the fuck Street Fighter 7 will be with violence.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit like, it could be what are they teasing,
Okay. Ken introduces you to AKUMA because AKUMA's been training him in using the Satsui no Hado. That's how he becomes Violent Ken. There you go.
Oh, lordy. Oh, also, hey, they're updating the game. Nothing, I've not seen anything so far that's blown my mind, except, of course, the decision to make it where you can drive reversal on Wake Up Raw.
Yeah.
Which is 100% the way of making it, okay, you can spin meter to get out of throw loop situations. And, yeah, that sounds like a very good solution to that problem.
Yep.
Without making drive parry too strong.
Powerful, yeah. The other thing, I saw a video, I think it was Brian F. breaking down the actual changes with on-screen things of like, obviously we don't have the patch yet, but I'll recreate what the patches might look like to the best of my ability.
I heard Kimberly's gonna be having some new combos.
Yes, Kimberly, if memory serves, has a new combo. Lily has been nerfed.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the grappler curse, I suppose.
Lily has one change, and it's making it so her longest poke is has like more recovery or something like that. I forget.
Huh.
But yeah, the other thing, major thing about the throw loops situation is that they're making it so you can't trade throw loops, basically. So if you're in the corner and you get the throw out faster than the opponent and you put them in the corner, you won't be in range anymore to catch them with a melee throw.
Yeah, so it doesn't turn into the thing of like, even if neither of you are willing to spend meter, even if you're, So it doesn't turn into the goofy thing sometimes that you would have in Street Fighter 6, even in our group, which none of us are big throw loopers, of just keep dumping the other guy back into the corner. Okay, now you're under pressure. Oh, nope, trade. Oh, nope, trade.
Yeah.
Though, of course, the way it worked of them increasing the distance, it does call to mind, well, what about AKUMA having more or less the ability to dash and then throw? And that throw can't be teched because it's a command grab.
He's built different.
He most definitely is, yes. Fucking AKUMA.
Uh, oh yeah, I don't think we make note of how Ashura Senku was changed.
I don't recall. Would you? You could go ahead and say though.
All right. Well, Ashura Senku used to be that you know it was a move both on 3 punches and 3 kicks with different lengths. Then they made it so it's only on kicks. Now Ashura Senku is getting a new change. Ashura Senku is now less safe, so you're not just invincible throughout all of it. But to make up for that, Akuma does get a command grab.
Yes.
And also it has
So
shorter
it's now
startup.
more. It's less so the go through the opponent's stuff move, and more so become the we're some distance away, but I don't think he's about to do anything, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's the we're some distance away, and I think his hands are off the steering wheel move.
And not only that, but you can still do you can still move through the opponent's moves with it. Just not it's not just literally an invincibility button for a couple of seconds while you move. So
Yeah.
for example, with the video they posted, they have Akuma dash out of a punch and then back in and then grab.
Yeah, it will still have the movement capabilities unless they give it a bizarrely long hitbox.
Yeah.
That I mean, of
Yeah.
course, when I come back to Street Fighter 6, it's gonna be cool because I'm gonna be trying Aki and Ed for the first time as well. But I'm really fucking high. What's the date again that Akuma's coming?
May 22nd.
May 22nd. Yeah, that's gonna be some cool shit, man.
Yeah.
The good times are rolling.
Yeah. The honeymoon period for Street Fighter 6 is over. Akuma is coming.
Yes, actually, that is the really great thing. Is like you and me are having a good time. There's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a new generation of people. Since Street Fighter 6 is so much more popular than pretty well any Street Fighter since 2, there's going to be a whole new generation of kids that are going to be learning.
Yeah.
And Akuma's more terrifying looking than ever fucking before.
I just hope that his stinky stuff isn't locked to links like Ed. So we can get a continuation of Akuma's extra wielding shotguns.
I'm sure that Akuma's going to have lots of things he can do. I don't think Akuma's going to be lacking for bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess one thing that we didn't talk about in regards to Akuma. How do you think he will text?
I see. Ryu was pretty good about being tech illiterate, but he wasn't super tech illiterate, right? So obviously that's the obvious joke to go for. However, you know what they could also do?
I mean, my immediate thought was, okay, so Ryu was very tech illiterate. What if Akuma is like Jerry 2? He knows all the fucking memes.
Let me propose an alternative.
Yeah.
Akuma doesn't text you. Whenever he wants to notify you about something, the fucking Masatsu symbol just possesses your phone for a little bit, like the fucking ring.
and then just flashes like, Dojo, come.
It doesn't even do that. It's also just like, okay, well, I guess that means he wants me for something.
Yeah.
I'll fucking know what. Guess I'll go talk to him. And like so many of the other characters have their cute little scenes where it's like, you know, Zangief also likes reading books. JP, he's a big cat guy. You know, Akuma, I assume one of them at least is going to be the fruit stand.
Yeah.
Because that's the one cutesy thing we already know with Akuma. Will they have anything else, or is Akuma's other hobby little interactions going to be like, I also enjoy killing people on the weekends?
I enjoy walking, selling fruit, killing people.
Like, he just starts doing the fucking American Psycho. Have I mentioned that I murder women? And
Akuma invites you over. He puts on a tip to fuck bees.
you know, really, I thought they came into their own once they adopted a more populist style. Hey, Gokin! He's looking at the Shin Shoryuken like the fucking business card scene. Oh yes, very good. You know, he's looking at like the Shin Ryuken or whatever from Ken. He's like, yes, very good. You know, he's got a lot of spins. But then Ryu busts out the Shin Shoryuken, and Akuma starts doing the whole fucking thing of getting real mad.
But yeah, like I don't know what else they could do. They could have Akuma talk about Elena.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, Elena just pops in. Which, I mean, Elena skipped 5, so she's probably gonna be in 6. And oh boy, my God, holy shit, Elena had a relatively large moveset for a Street Fighter character. What the fuck would she look like in 6? But
Elena will have longer legs. The same design overall, just taller.
She hasn't aged a bit. She hasn't changed her clothes or her hair.
Her rival is Manon. I guess yeah, that does raise the question of who Akuma's like story rival will be. Probably Ryu. It's usually Ryu.
Yeah. He's not got a lot No, it could be Lily. It could be Lily. It'll probably be Ryu, but it could be Lily.
I'm fine with it being Lily. She's getting nerfed anyway.
That's gonna be like... Is Akuma gonna be going to this little girl and being like, I sense great power within you. Let us fight. Not even
let us fight. Just, I sense great power within you. And then just starts choking her.
Well, Lily just fucking busts out a camera. Okay. Like, would Elena pop in and be like, no, you should be friends?
I mean, probably not. I expect Elena to show up as an illustration because I don't think they will model people just to pop in.
Not yet.
Yeah. Although it would be funny if we found out that Akuma actually has like a large like friend group that we just never heard about. Like, oh yeah, everyone loves me. Whenever I go, people love my fruit. I help out. I murder the thieves. You know.
Yep, they had to go. Oh, I love every part of this. Street Fighter 6 is so fucking good.
Yeah. I guess that's the podcast done. Because
I suppose fighting games were, yeah.
Because I don't know where we could take this anymore. We've gone through pretty much all that we know about Akuma.
Out.
Yeah.
You know, fighting games were.
Yep, fighting games were.